Sky Squad, we are back in the building and we are here with the Dr. Heavenly. I feel like this conversation I have wanted to have for quite some time, but I wanted to make sure when I had it, I had questions, like real questions about things that were really going on in the season. And I feel like only you can really give us the answers to those questions because I know you're going to keep it real.
I will. I definitely will.
Okay, well, first things first, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully. I can't complain. Blessed, highly favored, love my life, my family. Just feel real good. I just got off B103, which was very interesting to me
Why? Why
this
was
morning.
that interesting?
Because long story short, the mindset in the room was like, because you come from the hood, you can't do better. And a Dr. Jackie and me would not even argue the point, but the Dr. Heavily in me was like, no, y'all, please don't say that to the world. And y'all are influential people.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not quite sure they seen what you do.
I don't think so. I don't think they knew. I was filling in for Big Tigger wasn't there, and neither was Shamia. So
Okay, okay, okay. Let's talk about that real quick. What you do.
okay.
Why don't more people on reality TV do what you do in terms of your platform on YouTube?
I think that a lot of times people are not as comfortable in themselves and they can't take the backlash. I think when you
Mm.
say what you really think, a part of the population is going to 100% agree with you. Part of the population is never going to agree with you and they're going to go in hard on you. But you have to be confident in yourself because a lot of people don't want the extra scrutiny. We already get it from TV, on Twitter, and or whatever. So if you actually put it on YouTube, you're giving them an opportunity to come and say even more.
But you know what? I look at it differently. I feel like it offers the opportunity for the audience to fall more in love with you when you are able to connect with them and answer their questions. It I because when I'm watching your videos, the people that are watching your videos are usually the same people, some of the same people that's watching my videos. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I know the type of love that those people give. You know what I'm saying? I know that they're giving it to me, and I can see that they're giving it to you. So it just boggles my mind that you have business owners on the shows, and some people could benefit from doing what you do versus criticizing what you do.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I think that a lot of people come in, for me, it's therapy. A lot of people will say, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't tell the truth. You shouldn't talk about everybody. But we're talking about the show. We're reviewing the show. And if you don't want to be reviewed, don't be on TV. People review me all the time, you know? So I'm going to do me.
Okay. Okay. Now I have to ask you this, and maybe this is probably going too deep, but I think I mean, since we're talking about reality TV, do you have to get permission from the network to do that, or do they just say do whatever you like? You
You know,
recaption the show.
I've been doing a review almost 6 years now, so it was never really an issue until this year. And I think it was because, honestly, and I don't know this as fact, so I'm not going to say it as fact, that the cast complained about my YouTube. So then they sent out a group letter saying that, hey, here's some guidelines if you choose to do a YouTube. And I'm the only one doing it. So, of course, me with my smart tail, I call the network because I don't bother them people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boss, so I know people don't want to be bothered. I call
Right.
and say, listen, what are y'all saying here? Because y'all saying a lot of nothing, a lot of words. Can I still do my YouTube? Absolutely, Heavenly. And at the end of the day, Bravo or any other network is green. It's not black or white. In anything we're doing, Candy or whoever is promoting the damn show and the network. So they'd be not intelligent to tell us to stop. And they're not going to tell us to stop because all it is a phone call.
And I feel like what you're able to do is fill in a lot of, not to say that I think any show has gaps.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, I mean, because they can only tell what 42 minutes of TV.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
obviously, some things are gonna we're not gonna see certain things on the screen. Some of which I'm about to ask you about. So I love that y'all do it because from my perspective, I love the idea of production and stuff like that. And you guys can answer those questions. So I'm hoping that you can answer some
I
now.
will answer all of them. I'm sure I
Okay,
can.
okay.
Mhm.
You and Carrie, When were y'all throwing drinks at each other, and why? And why didn't we see it in the time that it actually occurred?
I do not know why Bravo has cut Carrie out completely. She was everywhere, damn near at everything. Um, she was there. I don't know, in capacity what her contract was, but Toya would bring her with her to every event. She wanted to be there. That was Toya's friend until the unfortunate events happened. Toya stopped speaking to her, but the network always cut her out. When we threw water, um, it was interesting. Me and Carrie, I don't really know Carrie. Carrie's the lady, older lady that we were joning on each other. And honestly, I was kind of being playful, but then when I threw a drink, I was like, oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And I went too far. But she threw it right back at me. And I loved her for it because she didn't make a big deal about it. She didn't, get upset or anything. And I was like, oh, Carrie, I didn't mean to do that, So she said, basically, we were arguing about something about, I don't even remember what it was, but she said, Heavenly, I said, girl, you need to do something with your old tail. And she said, Heavenly, we the same age. That's when I threw the water. I was like, there ain't no way. I'm the same age as Carrie. Black don't crack though. I don't know how old she is, but I ain't her age. I can't be. I'm just saying, I had to throw the water with that one.
Wait, okay, so unless I missed it, I don't know what happened between her and Toya. I was out of town for 2 weeks, but when I got back, I watched the 2 episodes I missed. So is it something that I didn't see, that I didn't catch, that happened between the two
They
of
didn't
them?
play it. They didn't play it. If you want me to tell you, I'd tell you, but they didn't play it.
Can you tell us?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, please tell us.
And this is something I'm trying to close the book on because I don't give a dang about it anymore. Mm-hmm. But when Anila got her house broken into, Carrie told me and a lot of people that Toya told her that there was a hit out on Anila before it happened. So Carrie felt like she would have been complicit if she didn't tell everybody that Toya said these things. So in the show, I don't know if they're showing it like we saying that Toya broke in these people's house. We're not saying that at all. What we're saying is Carrie told us, and Carrie will tell you she told me, because she said it on my live, if you go to my live, that Toya told her that there was a hit out on Anila, and then after she told her, her house got ransacked. So that's all we saying. These are the facts. Toya did not, it was not a kid's party. It was a party. Toya had that same night of the break-in. Those are the facts. Those are what they are. And you can ask Carrie, she's all been on my blog. And people keep coming at Quad or other people saying that, hey, we saying that Toya and Eugene broke somebody out. We're not saying that at all. All we're saying is Carrie told us, they cut it out. And then when Carrie told us, Toya immediately went to Anila broke in her own house because she left her ring. These are the facts. They saying she left her ring. I leave my ring too because I got eczema. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's true or what ain't. All I know is if it's a lie, Carrie told it. I heard that with my own ears. So that's why people are saying that. We're not saying Toya broke in anything. What they are saying is, and I don't give a damn about it, is that she knows more about it because Carrie, and as immediately as Carrie told that story, her and Toya were at odds, and Toya did not speak to her again. And in fact, she's saying now that Toya was never her friend. The only reason Carrie was there was because of Toya. I don't know Carrie. I mean, I like Carrie, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't inviting her to nothing. That was Toya's friend. After she told us that, she stopped speaking to Carrie. These are the facts. Take it where you want to take it. Be mad. I think that Toya and Eugene is a prominent physician in the community. And I told Anila, I said, Anila, you cannot go around saying that African-American people knew something about your break-in. So hush it up. I don't care what Carrie said. Don't say that anymore. But that's why people were saying it, because Carrie put it out there before it happened. And it happened. And just so happened, coincidence or whatever, Toya had a party the same night. These are the facts.
We as an audience needed to, I wish we had seen that moment, because to hear about it later, it's like show and tell in TV.
And I see why they didn't play it, because they didn't want to implicate anything. I get it, but don't
I get it too.
Of it if you're not gonna play what happened. That's
exactly, because we have people arguing about it, and it's a major plot point, but it's like, where did it come from?
Absolutely.
Because as a viewer, I'm like, I had to pay attention real good to hear. I think it was one of y'all said it in the scene that Carrie said something about it. But
if you listen to the part where I left Jackie's house, I was saying, no, you're lying because this is what happened. The lady told me this. And I said, and then I left and I said, on that point, Anila'S not here. She can't discuss it, right? She's not here because they had COVID, her and Audra. So I said, we're going to leave it alone. In fact, I'm going to leave on this. And, Toya was talking her shit. She said, no, there's rumors on you. No, I don't sleep with nobody. Let's watch this right here. My man did, right? You can't ass and climb a tree. We have to squash these things before they grow.
True.
I'm cheating. I've never cheated on my husband. You're not going to say that on reality TV. And you're not saying anything right then.
Can I ask you a question?
Anything.
When somebody says something like that, or they say something about your spouse, how, like, I think this is the reason why I could never do it at this point, because I feel like the moment somebody says something about them, I would be jumping over the table.
Well, that's me. That is my pressure point, because I think Damon is an amazing individual inside and out. He's the best man I ever known. He's always taking care of me. He's been there for me through everything. So to say something about him, and he hasn't done anything to anyone. He ain't in the minutia of the mess like some of these men. That's my pressure point. So don't ever say anything about my man, okay? But if your man in the minutia stuff, you can't get mad if other people say things about him. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, there you have that. To divert real quick, because I'm gonna come back to what we was just talking about. But you talked about the men real quick, and I remember, I think it was like a live of yours that you said something about somebody's man cursed at you at the reunion. You might not be able to tell us who it is because we ain't seen the preview yet for the reunion. But can you give us a hint at what caused it?
Richie Skye, I'm gonna do you like I do Carlos King. I'll tell you exactly what you want to know. The rumor was that Scott called me a bitch. The rumor, I never heard him. Quad told me that he said it. But then Scott was calling Damon, asking him important questions about how he could get a job. And I said, Damon, who's on the phone with you? And he said, Scott. I said, so you all still cool? And he said, yeah, we're not going to get into women's stuff. I said, well, did you know he called me a bitch? So then immediately Damon asked him, he said, man, we need to meet somewhere. You know what I mean? You call my wife a name. I said, I never said that, man. So y'all go with y'all. Do you think Quad lying? The man said he never said it. However, when it came up at the reunion, can I say this? I'm going to say it. Contessa was like, you are a bitch. He should have called you a bitch. So I was like, oh, wow. I said, what is he calling you, boo? Because my man ain't never called me out of my name. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying Scott is a bad guy. I'm telling you what the rumor was, that he said it. Damon confronted him. He even said it in the back. I never called her no bitch, man. Quad is on the Bible saying she heard him say it. I don't know. He never said it to my face. And then she said, he need to call you a bitch again. I said, I guarantee you he won't do that with my husband sitting here. I guarantee you won't do that. So I think a black woman that it does not have a husband is so unprotected, in my opinion. Because I don't think that he would have called, that to my face. So I don't know. You go and figure out the truth. I'm telling you what the facts are. These are the facts.
I wasn't expecting that.
But you know what? Maybe the man was upset about some stuff because there was so much going on. It was so much. And I'm not making an excuse for him, but maybe he didn't mean for anybody to hear it. Just so happened, Quad heard it. Quad finna tell me. So if it's true, you tell me if you think it's true or you think he lying or you think Quad lying. I tell you what I think. I'm saying. And if you say it again. And don't lie about it. That's all I'm saying. If he didn't say it, then all is forgiven. But if he said it, he a bitch. That's what I think. Am I wrong? I'm trying to set your party up.
This is why we love you on this show.
I mean, I tell the truth. If you listen to me, I'm telling the truth. But maybe I had some things wrong, because I will say this. Audra, I honestly was 100% on Audra's team during the fight. But when I saw the video footage, which I think that they be allowing us to see certain parts of it, because I wasn't there when they had their fight. I saw Toya mush her. I got a better view of it than y'all because I saw it on the video. I didn't see Audra bump the girl. They never showed me that part. So I was like, damn, why did Toya mush the girl? But then when I saw it again in a different view when it came on, I was like, ooh, I owe Toya an apology, because I was like, damn, why are you trying like this? And the girl pushed her. And I told Audra, I said, Audra, now I have to take it back. I'm going to be on the right. I ain't on no couch. I'm not on no couch. I'm going to tell you what I saw. And that's what makes people mad, because they feel like you should be allegiant to.
No, I mean, in that scenario, I was right there with you. When I saw, like, see it in the preview, it looked one way. Seeing it in the episode, I was like, oh no, Audra, you can't be in that vicinity, roll up on somebody and expect them not to do something to get you off of them. Like,
right. I agree. I think in that situation, Toya was justified, if you will.
And I like Audra.
So, I love her. She's very smart.
Can I ask you a question? I got so many different directions to go. Why don't friends last long on this show? Y'all have had some over the years, some like great additions as friends who have brought every friend has brought something different. There was there was another dentist lady that I thought was real good too. I cannot remember her name. She was earlier season with short hair, I think. Even I know, and I don't know the issue with her, Lisa Nicole. Like the situations you and Lisa Nicole had, like, were epic. What happened to those people, and why did they not last in this group?
This is my answer, and this is my point of view. This is only my opinion, because I don't know. I would honestly think they do focus groups. That's what I would do with a business, do focus groups to see who's more popular, who needs to stay on based on what you're paying. I think everybody's situation is different. However, if you're difficult, you understand what I'm saying? If you're not coming to work on time, if you bother people, if you calling the people up, if you're not doing your damn job, if you're complaining all the time, I'm going to get rid of your ass if you're on my job. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people.
No, that makes total sense. I mean, because I've always heard, especially in this business, you have to be easy to work with.
I think as being a professional, we get it, but a lot of people have never really worked or had a point of being the boss. So we know what it is. These people don't want to be bothered. They want you to do your damn job, say what you think, and go take your ass home. And then a lot of times things get cut up not to your benefit. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You can't lose your life because they said something that you didn't say, or, you know what I mean? This is what you signed up for. They're here to tell a story and make it so that people will watch. Jackie is just more clever than most people because she don't say a whole lot. So you can't mess up what she said. If I say, ooh, them the bitches that said that Toya was cheating, she'll say, oh, that's all you gonna get from her.
Let me ask you a question. This is a real question. I don't feel it from you. So because I know I've definitely seen you praise her. Does any of the other cast members ever get jealous of Dr. Jackie? Because it seems like, from a viewer perspective, right, that she is kind of a network darling. And what I mean by that is just somebody who is well liked by the network, partnered, maybe, I don't know, with the network, because we've seen commercials during the show. But it's done in a very natural way, if that makes any sense. Is there any animosity amongst the group with regards to that situation?
I think there is. I think there's a lot of hater-rated jealousy going on, but people won't speak on it. I think that people like, I'm going to use an example as Candy and Dr. Jackie that bring the network money. They will always be, you know what I mean, held in a different light, I think. If you're bringing me money, I'm going to think differently of you. The Volition is selling. The skincare cream is selling. There's a QR code on the screen. They're allowing her to commercialize. They do get a percentage. I don't know what it is. But if the network has partnered with you, you have the brand that they want. You have the image that they want for that. They never asked me to partner with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at Jackie. She had a plan when she came in, and pretty much she's held to that. You know, there's been situations that, you know, but for the most part.
How you spoke on this earlier about, like, you know, someone gets maybe a bad edit or something like that. and they flip out. How do you handle that? Because there's a specific example I'm going to talk about. I want to ask you about.
Well, I think that it bothers you initially, but then you think about it and you say, you know what, it's a part of this. It's a part of the program, and I don't get stuck. A lot of people get stuck in a situation. I don't get stuck. Now, I was hurt this season. I can't even lie. But get stuck, let it go. I got my man.
You were hurt by an action, or you were hurt by a castmate, or you were hurt by something that happened within the context of them telling the story?
I was hurt by a castmate because I really thought they were my friend, but they showed me something different for a check, and I get it. But I didn't think that person would do those things. That's just like Jackie doing something. I expect it from certain people, but I didn't expect it from that person.
And I know you kind of have been in this game for a while, so to say that you didn't expect it from that person, what do you think that person showed you that was different, that made you think that'll never happen?
Dr. Jackie, the only person I would say this about is Dr. Jackie. I trust her with my last dime, and I trust her with my life. If she did that, I would have no hope for humanity, if you will, in this. But another person, I kind of felt like she was the same, but she ended up not being. I think that at some point, and I don't know this as fact, but I do think that the network tells you, hey, you know what, you're on the chopping block. You need to do certain things. This is what I think. And you got to do certain things. I was doing it anyway. Hell, I enjoy it. But I think if you want me to be your storyline, tell me, bitch. So, because we can do it together and make it amazing. But don't come at me about no fake shit. I just don't respect that. That's what I'm saying. And that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody has their opinion.
So real talk then, I'm going to ask you about this person. This is the only question I'm going to ask you about this person. Good. You and Mariah, y'all had some epic fights. Were you two ever like, you know what? We don't work well together, but we don't work well together and it's good TV?
I thought we worked very well together, but
yeah, well, you did.
This is my job, Skye, and I've gotten phone calls to say stay away from that topic. So there you have it.
Okay. And I only ask because, again, y'all had.
I'm all for the greater good.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, it was amazing television. I want to go back to, we talked about a bad edit, right? The situation with you discussing, or it looking like you discussed, Quad sleeping allegedly with some married person, with Anila.
Right.
Can you? I was like,
no. I can explain it to you very well. There was about 3 or 4 years ago, I did a vlog, right? And I'm jokey. I might have a drink and I'm doing my vlog, right? So people ask me questions and I answered, no excuse. I'm not giving you an excuse. What I'm saying is somebody said, hey, why don't you hook Quad up with somebody? I said, you know what? She need to be with a rapper or somebody like that. Somebody can handle Quad, right? And I thought in my man, I used to like Method Man, right? So I said, you know what? I think she could go well with Method Man. I'm just talking, I don't know no Method Man. I don't think them people even know who we are. Somebody in the thing said Method Man is married. So then it was a joke. I said, well, she's known to sleep with married men, because that was what was said. Quad don't be mad about the comments. She be mad about the people and what the people say. She'll be fine with you and she will laugh and joke with you, have a drink. I call her all kind of whores and she fine. But if the people say she's that way, then she turns into being mad at you. That's not the story. Maybe that's not it. Ask Quad. But I feel like if we drinking and I say, girl, you know what I mean? You got to fix your basement, so you got to get back on your job. We laughing. But if it comes out in a way and the people say things about her, she gets mad. So that's what that is.
But the rest of the ladies are now talking about it as well.
Right.
Did that come from the same place?
Well, what had happened was, and I don't know if you never ran for office or anything. Understand when you're running for office, and I've been in the world for a long time. If you take my YouTube from 7 years, right? And everybody I've fallen out about, right? And I'm watching the show sometimes, or just watching the clips from Instagram. and somebody says something like, give you a good example. Anybody could be a dentist, right? I'm gonna get on my YouTube because I never saw that before and say, listen, anybody could be a dentist, but damn it, you sure can't because you blogging and you lying. You ain't made 500,000. So if you go there and you cut it up and say something that I said about everybody over the years, because everybody shade everybody, and bring it to camera, it looks like heavily damn dog everybody. But you cut it to make me look bad. But I get it. If you mad at me, come to me, talk to me. But if you're looking for a storyline, I got one for you. We gonna play. Let's play.
I need your help.
I don't do dysfunctional relationships. I don't do them. I love myself too much.
I need your help with something then. There is, we talked about the $500,000. You know Anila. So
that's my friend. That's
okay.
my friend. That's how I fall out because I say the truth.
Okay, because I got
way more followers than her. I ain't never made no 500,000 on nothing. Not on, you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm trying to figure out how is that working? And
1 + 1 is 2.
Okay, and it's not equaling 500,000. Nor is it that when I go to your website, do I see any article, blog, or anything like that related to anything since 2019? So why would I just want to know, like, and this is probably a better question for her, but she's not here right now, so I'm asking you because you're close with her. Why did she not clean that up beforehand? Because being a blogger she would be the perfect candidate to be a real blogger in terms of she's on a show, she can, model what she wears in her confessionals. She's seen what you do.
I think that that's the goal. Sometimes I think that people fake it until they make it, because she does take pictures on her Instagram. I don't know why she would still have a website up that she's not keeping up, but she does take pictures and she does get some contract. She does. And she models clothes and she gets free clothes. I think the problem is the $500,000 worth of furniture when we ain't never seen her blog no furniture. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Don't play with the people's intelligence. That's my story. If she's mad about it, I'm just saying that's what I think. I mean, maybe she do. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have fought you tooth and nail and said that Toya mushed that girl and she ain't had no right to do it until I saw a different angle. So I'm saying maybe there's something we missing, but I don't think we are.
Something that we're missing. Also, I'm glad you said that. What is the true beef with Quad and Toya? There's a scene coming up. You guys are all in Blue Ridge at the dinner table, and you're kind of recapping the issues with Anila and Toya. But Quad is kind of like, really backing up Anila. And Quad says something to Toya to the effect of like, I would like to see you try hitting me. The tension between the two of them seems kind of thick. What's going on with that, and where does that come from? Because I feel like we haven't really seen what has caused it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I believe that Quad believes that Toya took great pleasure when she lost Sister Circle and she lost her job on Married to Medicine. Because initially Quad wasn't on the show at all, right? Then I started talking Quad up enough that they brought her back as a friend. This is true tea. I think that she felt like Toya got pleasure in her not having her position. Like that she heard people, rumor has it that Toya went around saying if they got rid of Quad, I have more longevity on the show. People be wanting their jobs. That's my thought. That's what she said. She said she thought that Toya took pleasure when Quad was at her lowest. So she, and Quad hold a grudge. She a Taurus. She hold a grudge. I mean, I hold a grudge when I'm done with your ass, but Quad would try to get back at you. That's what I think. But yeah, that's the. But you know what? They never really got along, in my opinion, ever.
Really?
Like early on when Quad was getting married, Toya said something about, her wedding getting called off with a text message, and you know what I mean? And then she called that cardinal a bullshit. Quad don't forget shit. That's what I think. So
Mm. Do you think that the show would have benefited in any way, shape, or form from keeping um, Quad's ex-husband on the show?
I think it
From
would have been messy as hell, which the show is messy to bring her ex-husband and his fiance. So yeah, I think it would have been messy. I mean, I don't know. She's always gonna say she's good with it, but in my mind, I know how much I love my man, and if anything ever happened, which it ain't gonna never happen, and I saw him with another woman, I'd be torn. So I think it would make for good TV to see how she tried to make it look like she don't care.
I mean, I look at it from the perspective of, you guys have a show where the men are, I feel like the women are at the forefront, obviously, but the men, I mean, they bring something unique to the table, which is, again, where I feel like y'all are able to last for so long with rarely any changes to the cast.
I think the issue is the men don't have a contract and they don't get paid. So
Gotcha.
Daddy feel like if he don't feel like coming, he ain't coming. But I think I'm enough that he don't have to. But some of the husbands want to be there and they come to scenes they're not even supposed to be there, which, But if you ain't got a whole lot to do, then that's what you do then.
Do you think that you will continue to vlog on YouTube regarding the show?
Absolutely. Why would I stop? Because they said, listen, you can never allow people to make you a prisoner about what they say or think. Because if they had an opportunity to blog, I'm sure if I'm blogging, right, and I'm telling the truth, I'm helping you in some situations. In some situations, I'm not. But I'm not for one person. If you can see my blog, I tell the truth the whole way. I don't say because she's my friend, I'm not going to say that Anila'S by the 500,000. That's my friend. Right? But then that's a problem. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with Funky Dynamic, and he said, if they're your friends, you shouldn't blog about it. I feel like there's no difference between green screen, you talking shit on Twitter, and talking shit on YouTube. They all outlets. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think you got more of an outlet to talk shit on green screen when I never saw it. So, hey, let me come in and talk on my YouTube. How's that worse? Because we cut up the green screen on everybody. Everybody done said shit about everybody. I just use this as a platform. The people talk about the money. I make money on YouTube, right? But it's more so the promoting of my businesses. You know what I'm saying? It's more so it's therapy for me, and I like doing it. So I'm not going to stop for them. Hell, if you don't like me because my YouTube, you damn sure ain't going to like me in my green screen. I don't see what's happening. And I get what people are saying. Heavenly, you're saying things that hurt. You think when y'all talk shit about me, it don't be. I got thicker skin, but I'm not saying anybody on drugs because they said it. I ain't saying nobody husband gay because they said it. I ain't never called nobody husband a definition of a big ass bitch. Now I thought it, but I ain't never said it. So my thing is, and then when I saw, I don't watch Candy Blog and I ain't talking bad about it, but when she said something about somebody wrinkled ass coochie, I ain't doing them things. So I think I'm all right. I think I ain't that bad. I'm making jokes. Some of my stuff is mean, probably, because I'm mean, but it ain't. I can get away with it because it's funny. That's my thought. Yes. Maybe not, and I'm not for everybody, and I ain't trying to be.
The reunion. I want to ask you. I know, again, you can't tell us much, probably, but like, who surprised you the most, or what surprised you the most at this reunion? Because you've been doing this for like years at this point, so you go into it like. Do you plan what you're gonna say when you go into the reunion?
I don't. I follow the energy of the room. I can't plan it. I say, you know what? The interesting thing is I get people are playing and some people are lying and some people are doing storylines. I get that. But pretty much all of it's real. I have to go by what they say and to feel it because I don't be lying. I just sit up and tell the truth. And it's an easy ass job to sit up and tell people what you think about them.
So with that being said, did anybody come with any made up stuff this year at the reunion?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, there was a lot of lies told. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And you're going to know the lies when you hear them because it ain't the same shit they said during the season. It's some different shit. When you lie, you can't remember. And the whole thing is don't lie because... But the person that surprised me the most probably was Dr. Eugene.
Wait, why? I thought you was going to say
on
one of the
that,
ladies.
that on that. Watch the reunion. That's
Okay.
that on that. And I hope they show it, because now you see why Toya treat his ass the way she do. But anyway, pray for me. I be spilling it, don't it? Oh,
You do.
It's a teaser, baby. That's what it's called, teasing. I ain't stupid.
I want you to tease something else right now. We got to talk about the Heavenly Investment Group.
Okay.
Can you, because I have been thinking about doing this for a while. And, with me, it's kind of like, I'll get busy with something and then I just forget to do it. Right. But one of the goals that I have several financial goals that I'm trying to accomplish. And I know that this has been something that you've been talking about. And there have been organizations that I've joined in the past, and that's why I've been kind of like, oh, I'm on the fence about
Me
it.
too.
Can you tell me what for you has been the difference about what you're doing now and why you are such an advocate for it?
Well, the difference is I've been on platforms before and I understand how all of this works. I really do. I educated myself on Forex trading. I don't know if you know anybody that trades Forex, but it's just like the stocks is, you have to know what you're doing to trade, right? I understand a little bit. It still don't make sense to me about crypto and trading crypto. It don't make sense. You know what I mean? A blockchain, whatever. What happened to me was, I guess because I have a platform and I'm influential, the people started talking to me about different things. I was talking to a friend about Bitcoin. And she had bought Bitcoin when it was like $1,800, $2,500 or whatever. And she said, Heavenly, you never bought Bitcoin. I said, well, why you didn't make me buy it? Because at that point it was like 30,000. I said, why you didn't make me buy it? She said, I told you over 4 years to buy Bitcoin. I didn't understand it, so I never bought it, right?
Right.
I said, why didn't you make me? You could have made me buy it. And she said, well, if I can make you do something, go ahead and do this. Still skeptical, didn't want to do it, right? She put this dude on the phone who was making whatever, what he was doing, and they said 2 to 4% a week, right? Yeah, come on. The man gave me $5,000. He said, listen, I'm going to put this in the account for you. And I'm going to let you see how it works. That's the only way they got me. Like, listen, the man put it in the account, and when he gave me $5,000, I thought about it. I said, no, let me give you your money back, because I don't want no man giving me no money, right? So I gave it back to him. The money sitting in the account, right? I forgot about it, right? So maybe 3 months later, he calls me up and he said, hey, have you checked your account? Shit, I don't know the login. Let me find my password. You know what I'm saying? And the money grew just like he said it would. Still didn't believe it. It's like, okay, let me get my money out since it done grown, right? Let me get it back. Got the money back. I said, what is this? So I told my friends, Jackie, Jada, some of my doctor friends, and they joined. Jackie never felt comfortable mentioning it publicly until now, because she's been in it over almost a year. And now she's speaking out about it like, listen, this can help some families. Okay. Like, this is what people are doing, trading Forex, but they have somebody that is a hedge fund that's trading for you. Like, you ain't got to know how to do it. You put your money, but if they giving you, I have to understand how they making their money. That's just how my mind works. Right. They giving you 3% a week. How much they making? Probably 12. So they using your money to make money, and they making money on your money, but they giving you 3%, which is better than the bank. You get 1% damn near a year. My 401k was making 11% a year. And I'm getting 3 to 4%. And then the week that remember when all the crypto went down and everybody lost millions of dollars, right? That week? Yes. That week, we still made 1.85% on our money. So we're still at an average of between 2 and 4% a week. So I was like, oh, let me tell people, I'm not telling you what to do. I don't give advice. All I'm telling you is I've been doing it for a year. Do what you want. And then I got a lot of other trading platforms, but the other ones, you have to have, kind of big money to invest in, and they take your money, your account, you own the account, that's your account, and they trade for you. I tried to learn how to trade the Forex. I ain't got time to learn this shit. I feel like if somebody taking my stuff and they're charging me a 50% commission on trading for me, you can have it, because that's the money I would have never had. Right. So it's other platforms out, but this one here, you ain't got to learn shit. All they doing is they using your money to make money, just like banks do. But they're being more conservative and giving you 2 to 4% a week. That's what it is. And for me, I was like, Jackie ain't gonna never, but Jackie feels, she said, listen, we can help a whole lot of people. And what she does is rather than give birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, she'll put their money in the investment account. So of course I got my kids in it and all of that or whatever. We believe in it. Now, is everything without risk? Hell no. Everything got a risk. The housing market went down. It's got a risk. Doing nothing has a risk.
Doing nothing has a risk.
But my thought process is, I'm smart, right? I'm like, listen, if you put your money in and you get your return on investment, keep taking your return out till you get your initial investment back.
Right.
Then let it ride. Or start with a small amount. If you smart with $1,000 and just let it, you know what I'm saying? Put it in there, get your 1,000 out and let it ride. At least you're doing something. Jackie them did it and they saw, you know what I mean? They put a little money, then they came back with big money.
Okay.
But my goal, my thought to you, and I think this company will be a long time, and crypto has not been regulated yet. So the taxes on it is going to be an implication. When you take it out, capital gains are like 15%. So you got to put money again or you'll mess yourself up. But you got to, consider when you put that back to the American dollar, you're going to have to pay taxes on it. So it's going tax deferred, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So that's it. That's that on that.
And so wait, you also though, I think you have a Patreon where you discuss.
I discuss not only that, I discuss business, money, relationships. Anybody that's serious about business, we bring on realtors. I had one girl that was helping people get scholarships for school. And the interesting thing is, when I do educational videos, I don't get that many views. But when I talk this mess about the medicine and tell you to kiss my ass and climb a tree, we winning. So
but see, that's why I wanted to mix the two.
That's what I do. I try to put in the pearls in the midst of the mess. They say MF so the ignorant niggas hear me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who was that? That was Lauren Hill. What was that? Lauren Hill that said that? I throw an MF in it so the ignorant niggas hear me. That's what we do.
Okay. I wanted to make sure we talked about that because I don't know. I feel like we have these platforms and we have an obligation to help lift our people up.
And it's something I believe in. It's different platforms, but I think that the one that I initiate people with, you could start with a small amount, like $1,000, probably even less than that. But they have a monthly fee that'll eat it up if you don't, put a decent amount in. If you put $1,000 in, you'll see your return. Get your money back. That's what I tell people to do. But I got people that gamble. I got people that borrow money to put in because the interest rate on that borrowed money ain't 12% a month. It's probably 12% a year or 8% a year. So they take your chances. I'm saying put some money over here. The best way to save money is real estate because it's never gonna go to zero. Put your money over here in some gold and oil. Diversification is the key. That's my thought. I'm not a tax attorney. I ain't no financial planner, and I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just telling you what me and my friends are doing to make money.
I love that. And I feel like the more wealth we can share in terms of knowledge,
absolutely,
that's key.
And I made a website, theheavenlyinvestmentgroup.com, theheavenlyinvestmentgroup.com. That way, when you join, my assistant will send you all the information you need. If you have questions, you can ask her that. Don't call me with this. Don't call me because I'm a dentist. Okay. So, but she's very knowledgeable about everything. She can answer your questions. And if she does not know the answer, she knows where to go to get it. So I hired an assistant to take care of people. And I think that we're changing lives. The economy is horrible. People ain't got no money no more. So if that's one thing to help a family, we're trying to help them.
I'm here for that. I want to say thank you for taking out some time today. I know you got a busy schedule, so we appreciate you stopping by. We're gonna have to have you back. Whenever you got some more time to talk more Married to Medicine or just another reality TV show, because the people like your opinion.
Okay, well, it's just that. It's just my opinion. You're so handsome, Richie Skye. I always thought that about you. When I saw you DJing at Funky Daniva's house, I said, look at that man. He's so handsome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dr. Heavenly, tell the people where they can find you and everything else, Dr. Heavenly, besides what we have.
Listen, y'all check me out on YouTube. I'm spreading nothing but knowledge and mess on YouTube. It's the Dr. Heavenly blog, youtube.com, Dr. Heavenly blog. But if you go on Instagram, dr_heavenly, my link tree got all my links in it. All my links to everything. My merchandise, we selling t-shirts that say kiss my ass and climb a tree. Oliver, thank you, Oliver. But the people buying it. Would you believe people are buying that?
Yes. Yes.
Go figure. Go figure.
And you also have a beauty supply store.
Absolutely, Heavenly Beauty. That was started for my daughter. I had a friend that owned a chain of beauty supply stores, so she gave me all of the venues and all the stuff to do. And I said, you know what? Let me try it. That's not my passion, but I have my daughter, taking care of stuff, and then I've hired somebody over there. I'm a dentist. That's what I do, and I'm good at it. Implants, veneers, crown, bridge work, teeth whitening. That's what I do.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, y'all, listen, Dr. Heavenly, thank you so much for joining us. Skye Squad, we are back in the building with another video. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next video.
Absolutely. Thank you.